Hello Internet, I am Xenoun and welcome to another Let's Play episode on the Terrascape server. Got a bit planned to do this episode, but first it is time to enchant the final piece of my diamond armor set. So let's see what I get. Huh. Pretty useless. Yeah, especially with that chest. Oh, see you over my base. Okay, so back in my base. Now I haven't done too much here because I was getting ready for this episode of my Let's Play, and just as I was about happy to start recording, I came down sick, so I've been out of it for a bit, which is why I haven't been posting any videos. But you can see here, this is the floor of the main area, so this is actually above all of the water tunnels for the spider XP farms. That lever there just turns the spider spawners on and off. And yeah, so I've started with this general design. I'm going to have 4 doorways outwards, so it'll be probably about 5 wide and something like 5 high, something like this. And these are actually lower half slabs, so the way I've got it coming out onto the floor, so nothing can spawn in these, and it'll make it a bit easier for lighting, because then my lighting will basically just serve function instead of, well, serve aesthetic function, there we go, instead of stopping mobs from spawning. And then this spot right here, where there's torches, is going to be the collection point for all my various farms, so it'll come out of a hole in the ceiling, and I've got a design in mind for that. And I'm thinking I'll do this exact same shape in the ceiling, so it looks like it all just comes out of a funnel. Or my other idea was to basically invert this whole thing, so then I have like it would start again at like the roof level of the exit tunnels. Yeah, I'll have to try some things and see how it looks, and I'm not sure if I'd use the same colours or not. Yeah, so I think I mentioned last time that I wanted to have a switch so I could send the spiders to a crusher and get their drops out. Well, that's impossible with the floor I've got. There's no way to funnel the spiders up. So then I thought I might use this spider spawner I've got here, but this is actually right in the way of one of the tunnels I want to put. So I don't think it's really that important for me to get spider eye drops, because I don't think I'll ever actually use that function, because I'll get their drops whenever I'm XP farming anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a surplus of them. I already do, like I've already got about 6 or 7 stacks of spider eyes, so I think I'm alright there. Yeah, the purpose of today's episode was to rectify some of my enchanting problem, because as you've noticed, I've been going back to the spawn village to enchant, and that was because my enchanting table and bookshelves I use in the community spider XP farm, so don't have any myself. And so I decided to build my automatic sugarcane farm. I built this like over a week ago in creative, and I was going to build it and film it, and I did start doing that, but it was an extremely boring recording, and I made a few mistakes with wiring. It wasn't turning out well, so I stopped it, finished off the main guts of it, and now I'll explain to you exactly what this thing does. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of pistons here. Basically, when these are triggered, they will push, and sorry about that, that's my Skype. I'll just turn it on do not disturb quickly. There we go. I think. Do a Skype warning message. Okay. That'll stop that. Now, when it's triggered, they'll push out. The sugarcane will hit the glass panes and fall down to the water, and there's ice underneath that water to make it move faster. And they will give me items. Now, the difference between an automatic and a fully automatic farm, this one's fully automatic, is that basically an automatic one is automated, so you walk up, you hit a button, and then it automatically distributes items and stuff for you. A fully automatic one basically works without you having to input anything. It just goes full auto. if that makes sense. I see a lot of people posting YouTube vids of fully automatic farms and this, that and the other, and they just don't seem to quite have that distinction right, so yeah. Yeah, this one is fully automatic because I've got bud switch inputs. So I've got two bud switches hooked up here, so one picks up when the sugarcane grows to there, the other one to there, and when either of these fires, it will fire the entire thing, both lines. So if I stick a dirt block there, oh, and it also pushes me off. There you go, no, for next time. I'm used to testing this in creative, so that probably wasn't the best spot to stand. Yeah, so you can see, if I stand here, fires first this side, then this side, because the signal originates from this bud switch. If I do the other one, fires that side, then this side, because it's originating from the other side. And to do that, all I've done is basically this bud here outputs to these two torches. This one goes directly straight into this side, so it'll turn that torch off, which tells these to come out. Then the other signal comes out through here, follows this path along, and enters this side with that torch. And similar thing for that bud, except I've just got the one torch that does the signal. So this torch here gives a signal through to that one, and it also sends another one down here through that block, and then to this one. So yeah, it's reasonably simple, works fairly well. Only thing this is missing right now is an on-off switch, because I actually ran out of spruce wood blocks when I was building this before, and I figured that was a good spot to stop so I can show you guys how this works. And I also figured that I would go ahead and finish the rest off in a recording, and hopefully it won't end up horrible like last time. So yeah. So now, to make these able to be turned on and off, I need to add, because you saw there I just removed the torches, so now at the moment these are off because they don't have any power, which, because these pistons aren't receiving power anymore because that's off, and they're out. But yeah, can fix that up in a minute. So what I need to do here is put down a couple of torches. So if I grab that one there, turns that one back on, and one up there. Oh, okay. Turns that one back on. Flying redstone dust, I have no idea where that went. Oh, is that any redstone? Yeah, if I get my dirt back out so I can climb around. So yeah, so now these torches are what is powering this. So if I turn these torches off by powering the redstone that's now on top of them, then that'll disable this whole thing from working. So what I need to do is run this line outwards to about here. Oh, sorry for the crackling. That's my faulty headset. I'll be getting a new one soon, so don't worry. Won't have to hear that too much longer. I've noticed it in some of the Mine Z vids, or mines. They have been crackling a little. Yeah, so now I can run an input line up via a torch tower. So I'm hoping if I do it here, I can't remember exactly how I did this in my creative. Is that under there? Yep. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how I did in my creative, but that seems to line up. Give me there. So at the moment that is off, which I guess is fine. Didn't really matter which way, as long as it lined up okay with the signal at the top. So yeah, if I input an on current into this now, then that whole thing will turn off and these will pop out. So the next thing is I need to input second signal to basically, when I turn this off, these will pop out. So I need to have something to keep them closed to let the sugarcane continue growing. And then when I turn it back on, if there's already sugarcane there, there's nothing to tell it to open up and knock it all and harvest it. And so if the bud switches are already taken up by sugarcane that's there that grew while they were off, then I'm not going to get any harvest. So I need to add another signal in each of these. Sorry. Yeah, I need to add another signal in each of these just to fire off the pistons again. So I think if I go there, this one I am just kind of making up as I go along now because I have no idea what I did in the creative world. I think it was something similar to this. Yeah, so now when I fire that, this block will turn on, which will turn off. Oh, and that's the wrong thing. My bad. I have to input it to that torch. So if I input the signal up here, yeah, this will work. So that wasn't going to work because if I basically had another signal there and turned it off, this redstone would still be on because of this torch. So I need to turn this off with my signal. So if I do it via here, I think I'll do it similar. So like that. Oh, a different height. Sorry. For this, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to wire it. Yeah, that'll work. So when that torch goes on, it'll power that block to power that redstone dust. No worries. I'll leave the other side for now and just show you how I'm going to hook this up exactly. So, you need to cough. There you go, muted myself. So for now I'm going to have the button out here to turn this on and off because as you can see I haven't hooked up the water channel to that drop off point. As for now I don't need it. So stick my button. I put it there. Then on top I want to have actually let's put the button on the redstone lamp. So that'll tell me whether this thing is in the on or off state by having that there. Let's make this into a little wall. There we go. So I should be able to hit this button to turn it on and off once I wire it up. So now because I need basically a constant on signal into those torches to turn it off, means I need a T flip-flop. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, build one of those. Now typically the input of it goes into the top, so I just step this up, or yeah, I'll build T flip-flop first and then figure out where everything's going to go. I've only got sticky pistons on me, but that should be alright. You can use sticky for this. Then do that there and there. So this is the same flip-flop I built for the pig cooker design. So if I have this signal, I'll stop chucking the things I need out of my bar. I think I can middle click to bring it up. Yeah, that's the thing. They're still trying to figure out exactly what's been introduced to the, because we're in 1.3 now. I can't remember if I mentioned that already or not. I'm still trying to figure out what's been introduced, because we've been playing in the snapshot for so long that I've forgotten most of the stuff. So really, for me now, all that seems to have been added is the ability to break boats with your hands. So I've been using that a little. And there was something else, I forget what that was. Okay, so that's on. Okay, so this signal will come down here. How far can I stretch it? Where does it turn off? There, okay. So the next thing I need is the one that triggers these when it fires back on. Basically just needs to do a single input like a button. So for that it needs to go through a monostable circuit. So I'm going to actually fork this off and build a monostable circuit here. I should be able to leave it like this. So I need a repeater, like so. Then let's try to remember how this goes. Let me do that there. Oh gosh, I've actually forgotten how this goes. I know it needs 3 dust. What am I doing wrong? Ah, I'm missing a torch. So there we go. That's it. Like that. So at the moment that is off. Turn it on. So I'll show you here. When that's powered, that should be on a couple of ticks delay, I think. So when I power this, that flashes on for a little bit, which is exactly what I need. So I love redstone. I've done this tiny bit too close, so I do it like this. There you go. That wasn't too hard. Actually, I could have just done... No, I couldn't, because that would have been in the way. Oh, good. So now that will send a pulse. Whenever this line is turned back on, it will send a pulse up to there. So I think I actually need that the other way round. Need it inverted, but I can sort that out at the end. It's not too difficult. And the other thing I need is... knock that out. Line coming around here. Also I have to run another wire of this to the other side, but I can just dig a tunnel under. So run a wire through there into that. Yep, so that's turned it all off now and closed it. The important thing is though that this line is... I'll do it here so I can see what the delay is easily. Whoa, lag. The thing is that this line is delayed more than the others, so that it gets a signal to turn on and pulse before it goes through there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just have to have a look at what state these things are in. Okay, so they are constantly closed. Which means I need to add torch there. Yeah, I think that's right. Well, they didn't seem to give me the desired effect. Actually, turn that off. Because of this. Yeah, that's one of the things, like I said when I was recording before, that had the issue. And I couldn't remember exactly what I did in my creative world, because it's been a week since, so I'm just gonna leave this as it is. I'll fix it up, finish wiring it, and I'll show you what the final thing looks like. But yeah, the key part about my design, that I haven't actually mentioned yet, is that you can expand this in length as far as you want, and it may even be stackable, but don't really see why you'd want to, because it's stackable in the sense that you can build another one of these with a floor above it and still have it output like into a chute. But it would still be fairly chunky with all this on-off signal. So you could do it, but it probably wouldn't be advisable. I'd just increase the length. And when you do that, you can also add as many input bud switches as you like to. So even this, I could have like 8 buds if I wanted, which would just make it basically harvest more often. But I don't really need that, so I'll leave that for tutorial. I'll do one for this. It won't be that complex. It's mainly just wiring everything correctly and not forgetting how you did it the first time, like I have now. So yeah, basically you just have a line where the buds output to, and then use that line to turn this torch on and off, kind of thing. Yeah, like I said, I'll quickly fix things up and come back and show you, so be back in a second. Okay, and welcome back. Got it all working now. So this button here, you can see the lights on, so this is on in fully automatic mode at the moment. So hit the button, you hear T flip-flop go off, those torches up there turned off, which turns the buds off, and the lights off. So that's all fine. This sugarcane will continue growing. Then when I turn it back on, both sides automatically fire to clear any sugarcane that grew while the machine was off, and then it's ready to go again, basically. So as soon as the buds, as soon as these get set off, it'll be in working order. So that's all good. So the way I've done this, I've got the output from the button coming through T flip-flop. Outputs, so when the block's there, this redstone line turns on, so it sends one signal to turn off the light to let you know the machine's off, and the other one comes through here, hits this tower. So what this one does is it keeps these pistons powered and prevents them from basically, yeah, keeps this line powered so these torches are off, and prevents these from powering them so they just stay pushed open and don't let sugarcane grow. Then after it goes through that, it goes through to the other side and does the exact same thing for that. And then the other fork comes through here and it turns off that line at the top. So fairly simple. And then the way that these fire to clear any sugarcane when this is turned back on again, basically the signal comes through here, hits this, so this tower turns off, which turns this line of redstone off and lets those extend. And when it comes through here, it does the same thing on that. So at this stage, the signal's probably hitting these repeaters here, and these have all turned off, which lets the pistons extend. Then it clears the delay in these repeaters and the torches, and turns the buds back on, which turns this line of redstone back on, closes the repeaters. So yeah, in my original design, I actually had a monostable circuit to achieve that, and I've actually improved it by kind of luck. I didn't realise I could have done such a simple fix to make it do that without a monostable circuit. And that's another odd thing that happens. So you can see there's one bit of sugarcane there that's stuck on that ice block that's got no water. Sorry about this crackly mic. But yeah, it's stuck there because once these have pushed, it's somehow gone around the corner a little and stuck, because there's no possible way that when the sugarcane's flowing through that it can stop on that ice block. So it's when it's pushed, it's kind of glitched out a little and jumped into a spot where it's not meant to be. Yeah, the only other thing is you sometimes lose sugarcane where the bud switch ones are, because you can see I've got a missing piston there, and that's because if I had the piston push the block out under the bud switch, it then triggers the bud switch again, and you end up with a never-ending loop. You can fix that by adding a repeater on the output and setting a delay, but that only works if you have the bud switch individually power each side, and so you can't have one of them trigger both sides, and it also means you can't include multiple bud switch set up on the same line, because then it will trigger the opposite bud. So yeah, that's the cost of being able to have many inputs as you want. You remove a piston each time, so you can always think of it that the piston that's removed there is the one that's being used in the bud. Yeah, that's my working sugarcane farm, so hope you enjoyed it. Next episode we will tackle the other problem of getting books, which is leather, because we're in 1.3, and even before then we're in snapshot, so yeah, pain in the bum. And I'm not sure if you've noticed or have mentioned it before now, there's actually no cows on my island. So yes, we get to have a lot of fun next episode. Yeah, I hope you like this one. I will make a tutorial of how to do this and how to add more inputs in case people want to extend it further and make a larger farm. For me, my purposes, what I've got here is more than enough. While I'm making this, I've got 2 stacks. I think if it's completely full, I get a stack and a little bit from harvest. So that's just basically going for the length of 3 water sources. So that's 24 on each side, 48 sugarcane. Yeah, and 48 times 4, because that's what I'm harvesting there. Whatever that is the theoretical max harvest. Yeah, it's a stack and a bit anyway. So yeah, it's enough for my purposes, but I'll show you in a tutorial how to extend it and how you can add multiple inputs if you want this to harvest faster than what I've got. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.